Preparing.
Welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Clone Evolution. No, sorry I haven't been able to record for a little bit. We've been pretty busy around the house. Take a little break for some family time. Had my mom's birthday and such. But we are back today for another episode. See what we got going on. Now, don't worry. I actually did play the game during my break, so we didn't fall behind. It's just I didn't have time to record. I was just rifling through the level as quick as possible. Finishing quick, my specialty. So yeah, that's what we've been working on. Oh yeah, and I appreciate everyone who's still been sending the big flowers. I know I've been behind. I tried to soak some of my money into buying the fists, and I ran out again. But I got some jewels back from one of the guild things, so we can send some out today. So thanks everyone, appreciate that. Who kept sending the big ones. You guys and ladies are the best. Hey, Shelly's even back a few hours ago. We missed her. Alright, so let's get some pink flowers sent out to everyone. Now, I got some interesting news today about Google and what's going to be happening with my whole ad revenue and such for YouTube. I don't know. It's kind of some good news / bad news. Alright, so we got 10 bullets. Yes. Holy shit. Got lots of good stuff. That was good. Good. Alright, let's go with some of the stuff that needs to be beaten quick. Tomorrow I actually got to work, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back and do a recording tomorrow, but hopefully we can. See how winded I am after. Tomorrow is my last day to enjoy beer and weed before I'm going to try my early binge of Sober October, starting, what is it? It's September, October. Yep, so it'll be starting a month early. No, the reason I was calculating like that, not that I was trying to calculate too. I knew it was supposed to be 3 months, and then I forgot that I'm going to try going November as well. See how we do. Because I figured 3 months, man, that's a pretty good chunk of the year. That's looking at like quarter year. So if I can go quarter of the year without vaporizing at all, I'm sure, or without drinking any booze, pretty sure my body will appreciate it. Get to recover. Let some of my lung damage heal. Let some of my liver damage heal. Hopefully it can still heal. Haven't waited too long. So I hope everyone else is doing well in the game. I was trying to think, what do we got? Oh yeah. We got one of these battles we can play. Let's not do that one right away. Oh yeah, I was watching some YouTubers on my days off. I was going to summarize some of the stuff I seen from that. It's pretty wild. Alright, so we're up to, holy shit, 40 of these brown forks and 178 of the gray ones. So we got one hell of a fork and barbecue coming up. Now we're doing the fist, 69 hours left. Has a nice ring to it. We got the fist. Now you can tell I bought some more fists. I think we might actually finish this to the completion. Let's check. Now I'm loving the other game community that I used to make videos for a lot, Entropia. They keep messaging me all the time in the chat. People asking me to make more videos. It's really nice. So I never thought I'd get that too much. Alright, so let's see. Even people still asking me to make more travel vlogs. I really do feel like I'm starting to get that itch to be a full-time YouTuber. Alright, so let's see. We got challenges up to 70. So yeah, we can finish this right up to the... yeah, let's go right up to 500. I think we can. Not to jinx it, but we got 70 hours left. That's quite a few extra they'll give us. We're going to try to buy some more fists. We got 2,000 jewels, so we should be able to buy some fists. If anyone remembers, the best place to buy the fists, bounty hunter missions. Oh yeah, this is what we needed. We needed 2 5-stars to beat it. We got 47 bullets. I think we can do it. Because well, not to jinx it, but we just got one. Hey, Gusto, how's it going? Holy shit, he just added Umbuzo to his team. Congratulations. If you want to put a picture of your team in the Discord, I'll show it during the show. So people can see what your team looks like now with Umbuzo added. I wouldn't mind to see as well. No, today I was catching up on some of Harold Balder's YouTube channel. I forget what he calls his YouTube channel. I know lately he keeps calling himself Geraldo. I don't know why he changed his name. I think it's too many people figured out his real name. But anyways, yeah, he was doing some travel vlogging up in mountains and stuff. And I watched 2 of his videos. Like, one was recent. He's like, watch this. I like climbed to the top of a mountain. It was really intense. Or no, his was in the desert. Yeah, I went on some big desert hike, top of some cliffs. Arizona, I think. So it was like a pretty good hike, like 4 or 5 hours. Made a video out of it. Ah, there it is. Turn quick battle off. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go into my archive. And even though I had a runny nose for the whole video, I was like, fuck it, man. It's like, I watched Harold's video and God, I loved it. I was like, man, it's such a shame for me to waste that footage just because I had a runny nose. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to finish that video. Because I don't know, the way that I recorded it, I didn't even watch the footage. And I think it turned out similar to the way Harold did his last video. So I was like, man, if it's anything like that, I should really try to put it on my channel. Couldn't hurt. Yeah, so warning to all my viewers, there's a new travel video probably will be coming this winter. And it's going to have runny nose scenes in it. So if you hate runny noses, you're not going to want to watch it. I don't know. I couldn't even watch it myself. I looked at the footage. I'm like, oh, God, I have a runny nose. I should have known because I had a runny nose the whole time. I was fucking filming it walking in the winter. Alright, so today we got another no-name beer. Technically, I should not be drinking because I have to work early in the morning. But since Sober October is coming, we might as well be hungover one last time for the next 3 months. Alright, Rob. Yeah, that's a good plan, eh? It's like, oh, I'm going to be sober soon. Might as well get hungover. Alright, 1 bullet. No, the good news / bad news with Google Pay, I don't know if anyone heard about it, but if you live in Canada like me, when you want to get paid from YouTube work, like your ad revenue from Google AdSense and all the super chats, anything to do with YouTube, they pay you through Google AdSense. And Google AdSense gives you payment options depending where you live. So if you live in the US, you can just link it to your regular bank account and you don't have to use anything fancy. But if you live in Canada, it does not so easy. Since we don't have US bank accounts here in Canada, obviously because we're in Canada, so the only way they can pay us is they'll do it through Google Ads or Google Pay. So if you get Google Pay on your cell phone, then they'll allow you to get paid from YouTube. Right when as soon as I did that, I kind of got like a sickening feeling in my stomach. I was like, you know what? It's like the reason they're linking this to my cell phone is so that they can deny me from using it unless I do what they say. Because that's kind of what I got the feeling of right away. I didn't even understand why I was feeling like that. Because I'm like, man, like at least with like a bank card or something, like I can just cash it, or if it's going to my account, I can just cash it. As soon as this Google Pay system comes in, it's like goes to my cell phone. It's like something fishy here, right? Like why are they so determined to get it to go through my cell phone? So yeah, I found out the news today. People are like joking. They're like, hey, you know that new passport system we're not allowed to talk about for this? It's like they're putting it onto people's cell phones, right? And I was like, oh, I just won't carry it, or I just won't install the app because I don't want to have that shit on my phone. They found a way to get it on your phone without ever even installing it. You know how? they worked with Google. So the passport system in Canada is just on our phone. And guess what software it comes with? Google Pay. So now that I have Google Pay to get paid on YouTube, it's linked to it. So essentially that means in the future, if they decide that all Google employees, even YouTubers, don't have this, then they can't use their Google Pay. So then I won't be able to get paid from YouTube. So that's quite the revelation. I don't know if anyone else has. Maybe it's because in the US they can just get it transferred straight to their accounts. So they probably don't care because they're like, oh, just won't use Google Pay. But for Canadians, that's fucked because now we're going to be forced to use Google Pay in order to get paid, and we'll have to get the passport system for this just to use it. So that's a little bit freaky. But I think the only good news out of that, I'm pretty sure that's going to cause an uproar. Maybe not. We'll see. And you never know, too. Like, if I really do lose the monetization features to YouTube, it won't be all bad, because then I won't be worried as censorship as much. Like, you probably noticed I did censor the show quite a bit compared to what it used to be before. Because I was like, oh, fuck, when I read the ad revenue terms. Alright, so let's see. I didn't change it completely, but yeah, I definitely had to tone it down a bit. So that would be the one advantage. If all of a sudden I don't get paid from YouTube anymore because they can't send me the money, then that's what will happen, is I'll probably just less censorship. So it's not the end of the world. It's not like I'm making a living from it yet or anything. Alright, let's rob this guy. I don't know, it's taking me so long. My robbing skills are slacking. Ah, Augusto says he's also close to getting, what is it, King of the Sea or Captain Decker. I think if I had to pick between the two, I would go with Captain Decker. But I've never had him yet, so I could be wrong. I'm just thinking for the special abilities. Because Sea King's got cool special abilities, but I can never get him to work to save his life. It's like his poison rarely works. I don't know what other one he's got, but... Oh yeah, there was some increasing attack ability that's supposed to make his attack way stronger. I've never really seen that work either. So I don't know. Maybe to some degree it got a little stronger, but still I think Suzo's killing people better still. I think what some people are saying is individual damage, like he'll hit one hero stronger, but you got to compare it to Suzo, who hits everyone. Or maybe not everyone, but a good chunk of the players in the team. So it's not like he's just hitting one player for that huge damage. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, today. I was worried every time I miss a couple shows, I'm like, fuck, viewers are going to leave me. They'll find new games. So I appreciate everyone for still sticking with it. All right, let's get some more bullets. Now, I figure if I go to bed early for work, like when I haven't worked in a while, got another shift coming, sometimes you get nervous and anxiety and you can't sleep anyway. So I'm like, fuck it, man. If I'm not going to sleep with nervous anxiety, I might as well be up drinking instead. That's the way to look at it. It's like, which would I rather be? Tired and hungover from rolling around in bed with anxiety? Or tired and hungover from partying? No, so for one of Harold's adventures, he was walking alone in the mountains. I was thinking, yeah, that's what I did for one video too. He said people didn't like it, and I watched it and was like, yeah, it is kind of boring. But I was thinking I kind of could relate to it because I had made a video almost the same. So I was like, whoa, let's see how his turned out. And it's hard for people to relate to it because they're like, they have no idea what it's like to walk for a whole day up mountains and shit. When you're watching it on TV, it's just like, ah, he's walking up a mountain. Doesn't look that bad. Yeah, so good old Harold. He made some good videos. Oh yeah, the other one was the Walmart situation. I should have realized, like, what's happening in the US is a lot of times people get kicked out, become homeless. They still own a car. So eventually they'll start trying to live in their car. And there's even like live in your car community videos like on YouTube where people are like, oh, live in your car. It's the greatest thing ever. Cheaper rent. You can just park in parking lots. That's what I started to realize in the US. Sure, you got a huge homeless population that's like living on the streets in California, like under bridges and tents. But that's not even the half of it, right? Because then you got all the people that are still living in their cars. And like Harold on his adventures went to a Walmart parking lot to try to find a place to like spend the night because they couldn't park their RV anywhere. So they found an RV parking lot that like next to a Walmart. So they parked there. And there's like thousands of people living in a fucking Walmart parking lot, right? Like I didn't even realize that. Like everyone who still is living in a vehicle, like a car or an RV, a lot of times they just pull up to a Walmart. So the US has like giant Walmart communities where not only do people shop at Walmart, but they live at Walmart. They like literally live in the Walmart parking lot. So every time they have to go to the washroom, they go into Walmart. Imagine you had no shower. Like that's what I was thinking. Walmarts in the US, they almost have to put in showers, right? Because they got so many people living in their parking lot. It's wild. Not to make fun of it. I've been actually in the parking lot living situation myself at one point. When I was a teenager and running away in certain situations, I was like living in parking lots. We usually did was live in the back of like tractor trailers. So it's like if there was like some parking lot of tractor trailers that no one used in like a month or years, you just open the trailer and live in the back of it. One time I used to live in the back of like a trailer that had donuts. So it's like I was sleeping on piles of donuts. It was such a weird sensation. You're like, oh, I'm so hungry. And then you're just like, oh, I'll just eat a piece of my bed. It's like pull out a brownie, open the package and eat it. It's not the most sanitary situation, but don't worry, no one else was eating those. They were usually expired. I don't know why they had them in the truck still. Alright, so we got some scrolls. Alright, I do need another 5-star mission. I can't afford to refresh very many more, but we'll do it. Because we gotta try. Holy fuck, we got one. Son of a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That was good. Let's try it. Nah, but I wasn't really into the truck living or parking lot living situation for very long. I only did it for like a week or two. Or not even, I think just a week. Off and on, I guess, for a week. Now, eventually I would always just make up with my family and go back because I'm like, man, this homeless situation's a lot worse than people make it out to be. Man. No, I think in high school, people are like, oh, homeless isn't that bad. And then it's like, yeah, you try being homeless. It's like, yeah, it's way worse than you think. I think a lot of people are like, oh, you can just live in a tent by the beach all day. Like in some cases you can, depending where you live, like Florida or California. No, so that was the other thing in the US. All the other parking lots, they have all of these signs saying that people aren't allowed to live there. So like, hey, you can't just park there and live there. It's like a lot of people are trying to do that. It's kind of a sad situation. So I was thinking, I don't know how in the future they could ever solve that problem. Either actually make like legitimate parking lots where people can live in their vehicles legally. Because I think a lot of cases, people that are running into that situation, it becomes very illegal. Because in order to have a vehicle, you need a license, insurance, and all that shit. And in order to have all that paperwork, you need a physical address. So if you don't have a physical address, they won't give you that paperwork. And if you don't have the paperwork, then all your vehicle shit's void, right? So then technically the cops could pull you over and pound the vehicles. That's the one thing I always put in the chat when people are saying, hey, live in your vehicle, live in your vehicle. I'm like, how do you get around the no physical address? I think in one chat they said what you could do is try to find someone else you know that has a house and ask if you can mail a few things there. But you're definitely running into putting them into trouble. Or you could try to get like a PO box maybe. I don't know if that even counts as a physical address. Yeah, so I'm going to have to find a way to get those old files from my other computer, try doing some editing. God, I got so many wild editing projects lined up for this winter. Music making, music video making, convention videos, mountain exploring videos. That was the kind of thing that freaked me out too. I was watching the exploration where Harold showed like all the trails, what it looks like to walk up into the Aztec like mountains, where they had Machu Picchu, but not only that, like all the other ones around it, the off-beaten trails. And I was like, man, so many of those look like the ones that I climb up north. Makes me wonder if the people actually were able to migrate that far for adventures. Can you imagine you lived in like the Mayan, or not Mayan, the Aztec mountains, wherever Machu Picchu is. And then one day you're like, hey man, let's go on an adventure like really far north. See how far we could go. They could go like fucking 5,000 kilometers north. End up in the mountains where I'm climbing. Because that's what I was thinking. A lot of it looks so familiar. The way the trails are designed. Like, what the fuck? Can you imagine the Aztec people were involved with some of the trail designs and holy mountains across the entire continent? Not just the south. I don't know. One of the theories I like to wonder about that is maybe migration started where, just like the land bridge said, people were so far up north at first that's why a lot of the civilization looks a little bit older and less civilized, because it was basically, yeah, you were harsh conditions up there. But then as they migrated south, they were able to build like huge stone cities because they weren't dealing with winter anymore. Break open. Yeah, let's break it open. Yeah, because winter is one hell of a bitch, man. But then you gotta look at winter too. Wouldn't that inspire people to build bigger and better? Like, fuck, man, if you gotta prepare for winter, that fucking shack with a reed roof isn't gonna cut it anymore. Mother of necessity, right? Yeah, so this is the adventure I'm facing. Not only am I reaching a turning point in the game where I am reaching the higher levels and it's hard to progress now, is I am going to be moving into working a lot this month, more than usual. Hopefully I can use that as getting into shape for October and getting the Oktoberfest vlogs done. That'll be a challenge. I think what I'm going to do is do an Oktoberfest vlog in the middle of September. Or maybe, and publish it like the very first day of Oktoberfest, or maybe even the day before. So people that are like, hey, what's this deal with Oktoberfest? And they type it in, my vlog will be the latest one complete. And they'll be like, all right, let's watch this one. See what Well, that's why maybe I should put it a little early. I'll try to go for like a week early. So anyone who's like preparing to go on their trip to Oktoberfest to be like, hey, we should prepare. Let's watch some videos about it. Treasure. Come on, break it open. Yeah, 3 tokens. Alright, let's go more treasure. Come on, bullets, bullets. Oh, 3 tokens. Still pretty good. Now, I noticed Harold, with a lot of his videos, he's starting to censor out all the swearing. Like, anytime he swears in the video, he edits it out with, like, a beep sound now. And I was thinking that it is tempting for me even to do... Excuse me. Because what happens is, if you censor your videos like that, they, like, double your ad revenue. So they're like, hey, if you can just censor your videos, we'll pay you more. So it's, like, quite or not inspiration, or almost like bribery or incentive to not swear. They even have like a whole form now where you fill out when you post the videos, when you create them. So you can put how much swearing you put, and it shows like if you put this much swearing, you lose this much ad revenue. So a lot of people will be like, oh, fuck, I want to put less swearing so that I get more ad revenue. So that'd be a great thing. If they blocked me from making ad revenue, I'd be like, oh, fuck, now I don't even have to worry. I can just swear like a trucker again. Nah, I figure too, it's like as long as I got enough money to keep my bills paid and health bills in order, which is probably going to keep increasing, so. But as long as I got that, then yeah, should be still okay. Don't have to worry about no YouTube shit yet. Till I hit rock bottom and I need YouTube revenue. That's, I figure, you're really only one big surgery away or medical bills from really needing a lot of income, so might as well try to save. Just because you're not in a horrible situation yet doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Alright, so let's check. What do we got here? 12 million power level? Holy shit. Alright, we'll pass on that one. Yeah, 12 million, we'll pass on that as well. I think we got this team under wraps. Fuck, man, that team is tempting. Like, we could take out Jane Austen, no problem. Then they'll have no healer. Problem is, we got a 2-star Alice. Because that 2-star Alice is just not going to die. The 2-star Tengu and 2-star her, I bet you they're no issue at all. 1-star Genie, he might be an issue. I don't know. Oh wow, let's get some win points in the bank for our team. I think that looks okay. Let's give it a try. Hopefully we don't get our asses wiped. I'll be like, oh fuck, played the easier team and still died. I got my team placement all messed up. I'll usually like to keep Tengu over on the other side. Or Suzo. Alright, so what other news did I hear? Yeah, so Google Pay. So yeah, everyone in the States, they're probably going to realize what's happened. I noticed in the States, a lot, it's on the news, is they're cutting off all the landlines. So the people are forced to buy cell phones that never had them before. And you know why? It's because they want everyone to have a cell phone so that they can have the digital passport system going. So, yeah, anyone who's thinking that they can avoid this and it's going to be optional, it's like we really got to start like doing something soon because like, well, obviously legally and maybe petitions or something, who knows, but yeah, because things are just going to keep snowballing and getting worse and worse. At least the States is lucky where they got like the states rules, like what is it, the federal ones, but a lot of the individual states, they can go back to normal if they want. Well, in Canada, it's not really going to be like that. We'll be fucked countrywide. It's weird, eh? I won't be able to buy or sell things. I won't be able to use my city's public transit. I'm pretty sure they're going to ban me from even going to the hospital if I got sick. So that'll be kind of weird, right? I'll be like living in a society where I'm getting taxed to death, but I don't get any of the benefits of the resources. Why? Because I don't want experimental procedures done on me. That's pretty fucked up. But should have seen it coming. I kind of figured they gave us the legal weed. There had to be some horrible catch. I think we were going to be drugged and lose all our human rights. Probably not, but should have seen it coming. Yeah, I'm so envious of Harold's vlogging technique where he brings that camera and it gets such great audio. Like you can hear all the other people around him, even people that are like far away from the microphone. I still am baffled how he's able to do that. The only thing I'm thinking is it must be the Sony microphone with that camcorder. They must have put like some sort of epic mic in there. So whatever it is with that microphone, man, it's like fucking... Because yeah, I tried that. Like when I tried vlogging in a vehicle, like the driver is only a couple inches away from the camera. You still can't hear him talking. Comes out all muffled and quiet. So I was like, what the fuck? I noticed that with reporters too. Like when news reporters and stuff, they go out and they want to hear someone talk. They always take a microphone and jam it right in their face, right? Like the odds of hearing just random people around, you need microphones. So I don't know how the hell he does it so well. Must be that Sony mic. Because he shows his gear. He's showing that all he's got is a camcorder on a stick and a little bit of a piece of cloth over the microphone for wind. Yeah, I think maybe that'll give me a boost of like energy to get some more editing done as soon as I work on that travel vlog. I'll have to look past the boogers and the runny nose and just try to enjoy the vlog for what it is. Look past the parts where I fucked it up. Try to look at it as a whole. Who knows? Maybe there'll probably be guys that can watch the video, but I doubt there'll be any women that are watching the runny nose video. I know I'll get so many runny nose comments. Maybe that'll be the best comment video. People will be like, are you aware you have a runny nose for this entire video? Be like, yes, I know. I found out after when I got home and looked at the footage. So that's the kind of rough thing when you're on the road and you don't have any way to check your footage till you get back. So it's like you record, fill up this huge memory card, you get back and you look at it and you just hope for the best. Hopefully in the future I'll get some ways around that. All right. Yeah, sorry if I sounded a little muffled earlier. Forgot I had the denoise button on. If it sounds better with the denoise button, just let me know in the chat. I can obviously keep it on. I just figured if denoise sounds too muffled, I'll turn it off. Usually I only turn it on if I got the fans going. Alright, so what do we got for gaming news? One thing that was kind of pissing me off in gaming news is the whole ROM situation. How Nintendo keeps fighting fan-made games, fighting ROMs. In a way, I think that's a good situation because the more Nintendo keeps fighting its fans, fans are going to change the way laws work so that fucking Nintendo can't just keep using these laws to keep punishing the fans. Fans will just, like, we're the ones making the fucking laws, right? So Nintendo keeps fucking us over, taking away our ROMs, stopping us from making fan-made games. All we gotta do is change the laws. So then we can be like, look, Nintendo, can't give us shit for it anymore because we fucking changed the laws. You guys want to be fucking jackasses like it about it? Fine, we'll just get the laws changed. Because that's really, I think that's where Nintendo loses in these arguments, is they're always trying to sue their fans. It's like, man, we're the ones paying your fucking bills, Nintendo. Don't ever forget that. They tried fucking us over like that with the whole YouTube situation, where fans would be like, hey, we can't make anything for Nintendo products without getting flagged, so we'll just ignore Nintendo like it doesn't exist. And we did that to the point where their whole company almost went bankrupt. And then they came out with the Nintendo Switch, and they're like, all right, you can stream anything you want. So then all of a sudden their company rebounded, where people started playing streams of the games. And Switch came out. So that's why I think Nintendo was fucked with the Wii U. If they allowed people to stream Wii U games, people would have seen how much fun they were, and they would have bought Wii U's, right? But Nintendo was fucked in the head. They're like, I don't know. I always wonder with Nintendo, is it like a bunch of like business executives hooked on like strippers and drugs, and they're like, They don't give a shit about kids and video games. They're like, we're just milking this bitch for as much money as we can get, and we don't give jack shit about the fans. Like, well, any one of the fans fuck us around, we'll just like sue their ass. So I was like, holy shit, man. Like, who is it in charge of Nintendo? But then I always try to, I can't forget, whereas like, that's actually been Nintendo's reputation since the very beginning. That's actually why PlayStation exists. If people don't know, Sony tried to work with Nintendo to like make a console with them, and Nintendo fucked them over so many times, like being a backstabbing bitch, that they're like, fuck Nintendo, let's just make our own console and call it the Sony PlayStation. So it was actually Nintendo being a bitch that we actually owe to thank for the PlayStation being created in the first place. So that's what I always try to look at. When things are like a horrible disaster, it isn't always that bad, because a lot of cases something good comes out of it in the long run. So it's like, sure, Nintendo can fuck us over, but maybe they'll help us revolutionize our entire pirating laws, so people will legally be allowed to share ROMs as much as they want, as long as they're not profiting from it. And then make it where we can not only share ROMs, but people can make as many fan game mags as they want, so we can make a new Metroid and not get sued. Or even go boldly beyond and be like, yeah, you can make a fan-made game and you can sell it. And if Nintendo can't make one better, that's their own fucking bitch problem. Like, if I was Nintendo, all these fan-made games came out that were better than their games, I'd be like, fuck, man, just hire these people and let's license this shit. Why they would sue them and shut the whole project down, it's just fucking retarded. Or mean. R word in a good way. No, I always feel bad when I use that word, because my uncle and all. And for anyone else who has Down syndrome, it's not very nice. Now, I'm always having a hard time not using it, because I grew up in the generation where it was like a common term. So it's like, it's hard to get over something that you used as a common term for your whole life. Oh, how language evolves. Yeah. Hey, gay used to mean happy, right? Guess it still does in some circles. Oh, too much. Man, at least now I have a cooler here with beer in it. Figure instead of always running away from the show, let's just bring the cooler with beer here. Holy shit, that beer is like 90% foam. Cheers, everyone. No, it's funny watching Harold's video. For part of it, he climbed up this big tree, was on the edge of cliffs for selfies. A lot of people in the chat were giving her a hard time about doing the selfies on cliffs. And I realized how addictive it is. Last video I made too, as soon as I got near a cliff, I'm like, hey, let's go take a selfies there. Something about cliffs, right? It's like you see it, you're like, man, I want to dangle off the edge of that cliff. It's just too much safety in our lives these days. Well, yeah, speaking of, one of the viewers was saying that they had the thing we're not allowed to talk about, so hopefully they're doing okay. I actually just talked to a hot babe I know that had it recently too, and she never had this, so I was like, oh shit, hopefully she's not going to be in rough shape. And no, apparently she was back to work in a couple days, so I know a lot of people do, well, I should say some people get hit hard, but it seems like, I don't know. I think I must know about 40 or 50 people that have had it now, and almost everyone got over it like in a day. And they said it was extremely mild, even without this. So I was like, I don't know what's going on, right? Like, I shouldn't say everyone, because I do know one or two people that had pre-existing health conditions, and they ended up in the emergency and everything. So yeah, there's definitely some people it's hitting bad. I'm just kind of shocked, like just the sheer number of people that I know that had it and got over it so easily and fast, and were so shocked to find out it was the actual thing we're not allowed to talk about. because they thought for sure that it was so mild that it had to be something else. Oh yeah, the one person was saying too that they had trouble moving, so I don't know, maybe that part is true. A day or two they couldn't move. I was like, that would suck, especially if you had to go to the washroom. You're like, oh fuck, can't move. Now, I was lucky. I've been checking around and I found another place that actually does the antibody test. So I was thinking of maybe going to get tested for that just to see. Who knows? The only thing is, it's like a super expensive test. And it's like so expensive that they have monthly payment options. I was like, dear God, it's like, how expensive is this? It's like, yeah, you want to get this? It's free. Well, they'll pay for it and they'll bill us in huge taxes. But if you want to get a test to find out if you even need this, then it's like, oh yeah, you're going to pay through the fucking teeth to get that test. It's ironic how that worked. That's the thing I like with beer. If you pour the foam like way too much, it just all goes away in a few seconds anyways. Alright, I gotta stay the hell away from that free refresh button. I can feel myself migrating towards it. Now, I think one of the viewers that said he watches from Afghanistan, I don't think we've seen him in the chat in a while, so hopefully everything's okay in that situation. I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, when I seen those planes and people evacuating, I was like, holy fuck, hopefully it's no one we know that are trying to escape. It's a fucking small world after all, right? Be surprised. Now, one of the weirdest small world situations, I was supposed to like get called away on some like dream vision quest stuff like you see in movies. And I was supposed to go to this island where there's like a whole bunch of like natives that still live there. I was like, fuck man, how am I ever going to go there and talk to them? I don't really know any of them. So then I was talking to some of my family, and I found out some of my family is actually native, not actually blood related, but married into the family. And then found out that they're like part of that, or from that region of the island that I need to go to. So I actually do know people there. Oh, and he's even the son of the chief. So I was like, that's kind of funny. So here I was thinking this vision quest going to this island was going to be super awkward, wouldn't know anyone. Meanwhile, I'm fucking related to the chief's son. It's like, what the fuck? What are the odds of that? Well, I guess small world, huh? So we always try to think that all these coincidences in life are so strange and magical, but really it's a small place. Fucking Earth is tiny when you think about it. How many people we got jammed on it? Especially with the internet connecting everyone now. Pretty much everyone knows each other to some degree. Imagine those secretive people like the immortals that try not to go on Facebook because they don't want people to realize they've been alive for hundreds of years. And that used to be one of my favorite shows to watch when I was growing up, is all the TV shows where they talked about the immortals. They called them the Highlanders, or the Highlander TV show. That was a good show. They never really got into, well, maybe they did, a little bit of the ancient history of immortals, and how they'd survive for generations and affect the outcome of history. Yeah, so I think we had a whole bunch more comments from the viewers. Oh yeah, that was it. Who was it? We have a new member on the Discord. Her name is Trinity Trish. And she was wondering some help about pets. So if anyone wants to join the Discord page and help Trinity with some information about pets, I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Now, I think she said she tried Googling it and she wasn't getting all the greatest information back. And to be honest, I'm still learning a lot about pets, so I couldn't even really gather the questions she was asking. I think it was something about how to equip stuff. I remember I ran into that problem too. I was like, how the fuck do we equip this shit? Can't remember how we solved it. Yeah, so I appreciate everyone continuing to join those. And oh yeah, speaking of joining stuff, people continue to join the Vaporizer page. So I don't know, it's like, I was always wondering that. I was like, should I be airing the commercial for the Vaporizer? Get enough people interested that I could unload the prototypes? At least give them away? So I don't know, it's like, yeah, people keep joining, so I appreciate it. I figured there's a lot of people that like weed these days, with weed being legalized in Canada. So I was like, hey, even parts of the US have it now. Yeah, so speaking of, let's air that and we'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Seems like this battle is actually going pretty well. Famous last words. Now we're fighting a Sea King, so we'll see if he starts hitting us harder or not. No, it's kind of sad to think about it, but yeah, the way, what is it, Sekhmet is right now, she's really not worth adding to the team. I noticed if I make a lot of teams without her, they're still better without her. So we'll have to wait until she's at least started up a little bit. Yeah, people were sending me some advice in the chat how to calculate the stars, like calling them 8-star or 9-star or whatever. I'm just going to go with red star. It makes it easier for me. So I'll call it like 1 red star, 2 red star. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone who's telling me not to count it like that, they're definitely right. Because there's different ways to calculate it. But for me, it's just so basic. Like to call it 1 red star or 2 makes it a lot easier. So that's why I do it. If there's an easier way, I tend to take it. No, so is nature, right? They say that in nature, usually everything takes a path of least resistance. So that's how you can design circuits. If you want to design a circuit, you can add a little bit of extra resistance, and that'll force electricity to take different paths. So that's how the very principle of designing a circuit board works. Same thing with nature. When you're trying to hunt animals, if you want to catch an animal, you don't have to put traps everywhere in the woods. You can just put on the trail, because the animals take the trails too, and then they fall right in the trap. Just make sure you're not trapping animals for no reason. I know when I was a kid, I used to try to catch animals for no reason, but then when we would catch them, we would just release them. And most of our cages that we'd catch them in were never strong enough to actually keep them, so we'd catch them in it, but they would just escape, bend their way out of the cage. Oh yeah, there's finally a family of rabbits that are hanging out in our yard again. So I'm pretty sure the skunk, or not the skunk, the foxes have moved on. I was thinking usually the foxes only last so long before someone kills them somehow. They'll get run over by a car or something. So yeah, there's a whole family of rabbits that are living in the neighbor's deck under it. And they're coming to visit occasionally. So I might be able to add some more rabbit videos to my channel. I know some people are watching my rabbit videos on the channel before and they're like, how many pet rabbits do you have? I'm like, these aren't pet rabbits, they're just wild rabbits. And like, wild rabbits? It's like, they just run right up to you. It's like, yeah, they get pretty tame. I think people feed them in the neighborhood, so eventually you end up with these wild rabbits that'll come right up to you. And for people it's weird too, because my house isn't really far from downtown. So there's literally like skyscrapers and Google office buildings and big downtown strips like just a few minutes walk away. And then next thing you know, you're in our backyard and there's rabbits running around. It's pretty funny. Now we're lucky the way our city's designed like that. They actually left enough trees that even though the city is like pretty dense with buildings, you don't have to go far before like all the city streets have like trees going up and down the streets and a lot of trees in everyone's backyards. They even have laws about how many trees you're allowed to cut down in your backyard. So it's like you have to be careful. You can't just go to town and like cut all your trees down. Oh, I got on a mailing list to get some really rare fruit that used to grow everywhere in my province, but when Europeans came, we fucked it all up. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to try to get some of the fruit, and I got on a mailing list to get it. So yeah, if that mailing list comes through, soon we'll do a test video of eating some of this rare fruit. I found out a horrible catch to the fruit, why it hasn't really taken off. No, the horrible catch to the fruit is it also contains cyanide, which if you've heard of it before, it's very poisonous, excuse me. I think it's the main ingredient in rat poison, right? So it's one of those fruits where you can eat it occasionally because it has very small amounts of cyanide in it. But they said you wouldn't want to eat it every day because it definitely fucks your system. So yeah, they showed how people that do eat it every day have lesions that are similar to Parkinson's. So it's like you can almost get like Parkinson's type lesions in your brain from eating this fruit. So as great as that sounds, I'll probably just eat one fruit and try it, see how I like it. Hopefully I don't love it and get addicted to it and be like, oh fuck, now I'm going to be eating this till I get Parkinson's or symptoms of Parkinson's. Now, they said one of the reasons people still eat it, even though it's so dangerous, well, with the cyanide in it, is it tastes amazing. And what else was there? Oh, yeah, and they believe, some people believe it has medical properties. But obviously that hasn't been proven. Well, I shouldn't say it hasn't been proven. There was one study I was looking at where they actually took the pawpaw fruit and they made pesticides with it because they showed just growing the plant or tree anywhere will get rid of a lot of bugs. And they found that it says cyanide or other chemicals in it. It kills the insects. So they hate it. Oh yeah, and they were using it to make what was it called? Parasite killers. So it's like if you had parasites, you could put it on you, sort of like killing lice or fleas or scabies or all the other parasites. So that's what they're saying. It's like, yeah, you risk the Parkinson's, but you can kill all these parasites. Oh yeah, they're even looking at trying to make different medications out of it, but I don't know, I can't remember how much luck they had with that. Fuck, man, this battle's sucking balls, not in a good way, so let's just go to a different battle. I don't really want to deal with that bullshit right now. I just want stuff that's easy. My brain's not functioning for calculating what heroes I need to beat that battle. Alright, so what else can we do? Oh yeah, we were getting close to the bounty mission success. Oh, we did? We got those too? Well, that was grand. Yeah, so we can do the barbecue. We got shitloads of the barbecue forks now. Well, let's collect the rest of the barbecue forks we can. Go on a huge barbecue binge. I don't know if we should do the barbecue binge today or leave it for next episode. Viewers can put it in the chat. What do you think? Want to watch the barbecue or save it for next time? Wow, that was some pretty good rewards. I think I can just keep clicking here and rifle through a whole bunch of these. I can even drink at the same time. Now, I'm very inspired by Harold and his vlogging abilities, how he climbs cliffs and takes these wild selfies all while climbing and holding the camera. I was thinking in the future, that'll be something amazing. Someone comes up with some sort of camera tripod that can attach to your body. So I don't know if you had like a backpack or something on and it would just like have a tripod coming off of it. So you wouldn't have to keep holding this selfie stick. So Harold could just like climb and not have to worry about fucking holding the camera. I know that does add quite an element to the realism to the video though. Because sometimes I was wondering that, like the Blair Witch Project. That was like the first like selfie or homemade video camera movie. And a lot of the movie was, people liked it because it looked like a regular video camera. That regular like rugged feel to it. Sort of like retro gaming. Oh yeah, people that are wondering about that filming project I got coming up, I think the first filming date's tomorrow. So hopefully I'm not too hungover for it. I tried eating less, didn't go well. My willpower seems weaker than ever these days. It's quite sad. Hopefully I can turn it around. Hoping the sobriety should help with that a little. Let's hope. That's one thing I noticed. When you get carried away with drinking and smoking too much, it does tend to have all your willpower go right out the window. Not to say it's impossible to have willpower when you're wasted, but I don't think it makes it any easier. Alright, let's see what we're at. So hopefully we can do that, man. We'll turn shit around. Get a good binge of sobriety going. Alright, we're not that far off. We got a couple more clicks to go. Couple, understatement of the century. Excuse me. Now, people are wondering what's happening with the world events. I know a lot of people are starting to get freaked out. I know I went through phases of that too, where I thought, oh, there's nothing wrong. It's not that bad. And then I'm like, oh, I'm starting to get bad. I'm like, ooh, fuck, getting into panic mode. I think I'm already over panic mode for quite a while now, and I'm sort of anticipating like shit to keep getting worse and worse and worse. It's part of that whole prophecy where everything is supposed to turn the opposite. So if everything's going to turn the opposite, it's obviously going to be a pretty rough ride. But I was thinking if it really does come down to it in the end, that there really is some sort of golden age coming, that'd be sweet. Although I often wonder if we reach the golden age, that's the end of the hologram or what a simulation. So let's hope that we reach the golden age and it actually continues. And then it's not like, oh, you made it to the end of the movie, now it's over. So we'll have to try to enjoy all the hardships we see these days, just in case. Not that we get too carried away hoping that it's going to be some golden age and as soon as it gets here, it's over. The journey, not always the destination. Now, that's the one thing I learned about Harold when he was like doing his travel vlog videos, and he was talking about that. He's like, sometimes don't take the cab. He's like, just go on foot. See what kind of shit you actually find when you walk places. I was like, that's actually what I do a lot when I travel. And I was like, you know what? A lot of times that actually has led to like some wild adventures. Hey, Augusto, he made it. He has 35 red scrolls. Holy shit. Congratulations. Yeah, and don't get worried if you only have like brown scrolls. Because I don't know if everyone heard. Last time we did the big gene bank, I did like 30 some red scrolls and I got jack shit. And then I did the 10 brown scrolls and I got that woo guy, the one that I needed who is rare. So it's fucked up that I burned all those red ones, didn't get anything good, and it actually came from the 10 red or brown. So hopefully that, well, I shouldn't say hopefully that happens again, but hopefully we get a good hero either way. Hopefully we get our asses kicked again. Man, oh man. Alright, let's go to the new campaign battles. I wanted to see what hero we unlocked. Yeah, it's so weird how they pace these campaign battles. It's like every time you make it to the campaign battle, it's like so easy. It's like these heroes just die in one hit. I don't know why they have it so weird like that. They should have made it so the campaign is a little bit more challenging. I remember the campaign used to be challenging when I first started the game. They must have like the leveling off or something. They have to adjust it. Yeah, 35 red scrolls. You never know. You might actually get a gold hero. I keep hearing more and more stories about people getting gold heroes from the red. So it is possible. I even got it on film where I got one once. Not to brag, but fuck, you think after a year of burning them, you should at least get one on film. Yeah, so people have been asking what's the next big hero we're going for. We're probably going to go for another healer. It's kind of stupid, man. I just want to get another attacker. I really wish I'd just go for another Suzo. Oh yeah, Skady. That's the one. I know people keep telling me, don't worry. I won't be upset that we don't have a second Suzo once we get Skady. I'm just worried when we get Skady, I'll be like, fuck it, man. Suzo's still better. Just put in 2 Suzos. Yeah, hopefully they give us some cool reward here. Oh, it's a boss, thank God. Alright, let's see if he dies in one hit. Warning. It's like, warning. He's going to die in one hit. No, he took 2 hits. Yeah, I guess we needed a warning for that. Holy shit! We got 10 gold. Yes. I was worried the reward was going to suck, but that was actually really good. Fuck, man. Yeah, like 10 gold. You don't see that too often. Ah, fuck. I should have checked. I don't remember what hero I had it on. No. Alright, we gotta check here. Fuck, that's one thing, eh? When you beat that, you have to remember where you had it set, change it back. Oh yeah, I forgot to check who is the new hero. Anyways, let me check this quick. Alright, so it was Elizabeth. So we were trying to unlock Elizabeth. Let's find out what space she's on. I think it was 50. See if it's 50 or not. Yep, elite mode 50. Alright, how the hell do we find elite mode 50? Alright, so let's go campaign. Elite mode. How the hell do I find 50? This is 42. 42, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 50. Oh, it is her there. For some reason I didn't see it, even though it was right there. Why am I not surprised? I gotta stop being so mean. Alright, let's see who we unlocked. Oh, it's the useless beard guy. Alright, so just one more level. Jeez. Took us a while to beat that one. Now, if anyone's wondering how our progress has been going on this, the higher levels we get and the more heroes we add, the worse and worse and worse we get. So I don't know why that is. It's kind of annoying, but it's just how it is. Yeah, you think you would get better, eh? Like you keep leveling up your heroes, keep adding new heroes. Just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Now I've been trying like maybe extra healing to see if that would help. See how it does. I think it's because our team gets stronger and the magic these guys use is reflective. So the stronger we get, the faster we kill ourselves. So that's why we're able to beat this level a lot better before. And we keep getting worse and worse at it. It's the only thing I can think of. So I was thinking if we really wanted to beat this level, we'd have to get better defensively and not attack. Because if we increase our attack, we're just going to die. Oh yeah, we're doing horrible. Like we were able to beat this round before and make it to the second part of the stage. And now we're like so far off from beating this, like we're not even close. So it's like we got way worse. Not just a little, we got way worse. Especially Segment. Like when we add her to the team, it's supposed to help us win, but it sure doesn't. Like she's supposed to stop people from healing or limit it to 50%. I really just don't see evidence of that occurring. Unless I have to get her to red star before that works. That could be it. I think someone was explaining me how to check some of the red star abilities, but I didn't really quite grasp it yet. So hopefully one day people will keep trying to explain it to me, and one day I'll get it. One day. Yeah, what do we got for the next event coming up? I think is it casino? I'm hoping it's casino. Yeah, because if we can do the casino event next, then we'll... That was one of the questions we got from viewers. People are asking, how do I get the red stars so fast? Who am I using to burn heroes? And the answer to that is I keep collecting Catholic Hero, keep collecting Trump, keep collecting Peaceman. So that way I can just make a whole bunch of Frankensteins. And then when I make Frankenstein, I consume them. So if anyone's wondering who I use to just make fast red heroes to consume them, it's this guy, Frankenstein. So there could be another person that's even easier to make. I don't know, but that's the one I go with. No, there's definitely probably someone better. Who am I kidding? No, the one person in the video was saying that the Burger King Whopper isn't better than McDonald's burgers. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Maybe that's a thing in the US, but in Canada, Burger King is like way better than McDonald's. It's like the high-end fast food burgers. Where McDonald's is like just the more common. It's like, yeah, in Canada you find a lot more McDonald's, but when you find a Burger King, you find people that are like dedicated Burger Kingers. They love the Whopper. I was thinking I should go get a Whopper again too. I haven't had one in years. I'll do a review of it and I'll be like, man, the Whopper, it kicks ass. It'll whop you. The Whopper will destroy you. Alright, I think we need to clone up some clones for consuming. I don't know if I'll do that today, though. We got so much other stuff to do. Speaking of, did we get to this? Yeah, we got all the barbecue forks. So we can actually just consume a whole shitload of barbecue forks. Fuck, man. We got 2 viewers there in the chat, so let's consume them today. But before we do, let's get a quick message from the sponsor.
Today's barbecue event is brought to you by Crunk. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Woohoo!
Wrong screen there for a second. Alright, so I guess before we do a little bit more barbecues, let's get a quick message from the patrons. Alright, thanks Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, and everyone else a patron. Really appreciate it. Let's head up to the affiliate links. Alright, Patreon, Society 6, finishing quick, my specialty, t-shirts, bedsheets, both popular with ladies, Hideout TV, pay you to watch videos, swag bucks, pay you to shop, GameKit to try games, free Bitcoin, wallet system for crypto. And also we got Bet Fury for crypto. If you want to try either of those out, helps me out a lot because the referrals kick ass. So I recommend doing those for referral projects if you got anything going that you want to collect referrals from. Yeah, and they also include casinos, so just make sure you follow your regional laws for those. They got free loot boxes, so if you want to start trying to open some cryptocurrencies and get them in your wallet without even depositing, it's a wild way to do it. But anyways, yeah, it's slow, but hey, for people that like Clone Evolution, you're probably very patient. But anyways, yeah, just make sure you follow the regional laws, especially for the virtual made sex machines for adults and men only. But if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Just kidding. But I got $10 off for a virtual mate offer for a purchase of 150 or more with the coupon code LYNBS. That's LYNBSN. BSN. So I almost want to start a news network. Call it the BSN. The bullshit network. No, for real, the coupon code works and it gets me a bonus. I appreciate anyone who uses it. And for lockdowns, you never know. We could have a huge new wave of lockdowns coming, so get the virtual mates while you can. All right, anyways, let's get back to the barbecue event. Barbecue time. What should we do? Whole bunch of gray ones first? It's weird. We all have so many gold forks. We almost have the same. Or at least 1/3. Oh yeah, this is good. We're just like sitting back collecting like kick-ass items. Even bullets. Shit, we keep getting enough bullets. Maybe we'll do more of the bounty. Holy shit, another 2 bullets. Man, so many of these to burn. This is what I'm talking about. This is when I like events. Holy shit, we even got a pet frag. Is that a frag for a pet or the actual pet itself? Do like we need 50 of these or... excuse me. Holy shit, we got a pet house. Holy, I didn't even know a pet house was on this. Dear God, that's epic. Alright, we're getting some fists. Maybe we can finish the fisting. Alright, the pet collars. Now I'm referring to the fists in the game. Get your mind out of the gutter, everyone. I know it sounds similar. Trust me, I watch the internet as well. There we go, 2 purple frags. Sadly, it's ruined everyone's minds. There we go. 1 bullet. Yeah, that's why I laugh when I hear communities like, oh, we don't have the internet. I'm like, you don't know how lucky you are. Still have some innocence left. There we go. More bullets. I remember when one of my neighbors was like an old man in his like 70s or 80s, and he first got the internet. Like he had like an AOL disc, got it for free. Then he like came over and he's like, "Oh my God!" And we're like, "What?" He's like, "Did you see?" We're like, "See what?" He's like, "Did you see what's on the internet?" And we're like, "Yeah, we've had the internet for like 10 years." He's like, "Dear God, it's horrible." And we're like, "But just don't look at that part." It's like, just go to sports websites, man. Where are you going here? He's like trying to tell people. He's like, "Do you know what's on the internet? It's horrible." And we're like, "Yes, people know." They're trying to regulate it. All right, we got 2 bullets. It's like, back in my day, we used to buy drugs from gangs. Now we can just get it from the internet. There we go, 2 purples. Man, it's like Purple City here. Now, I remember Purple City in our city was an actual place. Holy, look at all that fists. Can you get more fists at once? Alright, look at all those bullets. That sounds a little better. I don't know, I think YouTube's going to take my channel down either way. I swear it's not my fault, it's the game. Here we go, 2 purples. Or no, more purple fizz, purple coins, purple men. Or heroes. Could be any gender. Yeah, we're getting the cubes. I used to not really care about the cubes, but we do need a lot of cubes. Hey, it's Remio Fox. He's wondering, what type of PC emulator are you using? I'm using BlueStacks. I tried each one of them to try to find one better than BlueStacks, and I always just came back to BlueStacks. There's definitely different ways to tweak BlueStacks so you can get it to run differently. You can emulate tablets, you can emulate cell phones. It doesn't have the USB functions working, but as long as the app you're using doesn't need the USB stuff or like Bluetooth, then you're okay. Especially if you have games. Most games don't need the Bluetooth feature, so you're okay. Now if you want to check, I can open it and show you the interface here. There's what BlueStacks looks like. I'm using version 4.2. What else is there to show off? They got, I can shake it. Look at that, shaking. If you eat enough of those pawpaw fruits, you'll be shaking. Oh, I shouldn't joke like that. I'm gonna go try them soon. Right, there we go. 3 tokens. Now they said those pawpaw fruits they made into actual fucking pesticide soap, so you could get rid of head lice just by using the pawpaw fruit extract. But that was pretty limited time. They went back to just using permethrin. Alright, so let's see, we got 10 forks. Let's give 10 gold forks a try. Holy shit, we got 2 purple colors. Not bad. Oh yeah, some of the super DNA. Even some brown scrolls. These gold forks aren't paying off as good as these ones. These ones gave us a fucking pet house, for God's sakes. We get some pet food, pet collars. Nothing that fancy. Now we got some more pet collars. I think we're getting closer to that pet collar goal. If I had to guess, we need 4 more. Alright, there's 2. Holy shit, 1 gold pet collar. It's kind of useless. You need 50 for fuck's sakes. Yeah, these gold forks are just not paying off like this kind. They're supposed to, but that pet house was where it was at, and we got it with these. Holy shit. Yeah, no problem, Romeo. Thanks for watching. Or Remio. Sorry, I can't even read my own name. Oh yeah, 4 bullets. It's pretty sweet. It's like, what's my name again? Yeah, that was a popular song back in the day. Alright, so we can still get the Vibram tokens by getting 500 of those before the event expires. That'd be good. Technically, we could try to get 5-star missions and get 8 more and win this, but I just don't see it happening. That's kind of a waste of time. Really should just save the bullets for the next time it comes back. But we're at 10 Vibram tokens, which is pretty nice, because if we can buy this Anderson soon, that's really where it's at. We buy Anderson. I think we're getting closer to Skady then. Alright, so let's do the pet draw. Everyone stayed with us. We got the pet house. Let's see what kind of pets we get. Does anyone want to guess which pet will we get? If I had to guess, we're going to get another fish. That fish seems like the ultimate common pet. See, there's that fish. We got a piece of fish there. Wow, where's the pet house? Oh, there it is. Alright, we can obtain a purple, blue, or orange pet. Yeah, right. There's no way they're going to give us a pet that's orange. Alright, let's try this. See what we get. Oh, we got the snail. Yeah, we've definitely had the snail before. Yeah, so with what happened with that other pet frag we got? Was that just one pet frag? Oh, so we're... Fuck, man. Still quite a ways from that one. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'll spawn up the snail. And we got some viewers asking stuff about pets. So we'll do some pet activities right now. Wow, look at all that pet equipment. You know, really? This is the question you face now. When you win a new pet like this snail, you can do the release the snail, get a whole bunch of the pet abilities, and then double up the pets that have abilities. So say one of these has like a snail skill equipped. Like, who does? This person. So I could go click upgrade, throw in the snail card, upgrade this from increase hit by 10 to 15%. So I could do that with the card I have right now, or I could make a card. Or I could just level up this pet and give it to someone, because we have a lot of heroes that need pets now. Like, we have 3 teams of heroes that need pets. So that's quite a few heroes that need pets. So what do you think? Should I just upgrade the pet's ability or keep the pet? We can even upgrade this snail to a level 3-star pet. Yeah, let's do that. I kind of want to boost up the snail, so let's do that. Because now he can go up to level 140. That's a pretty significant upgrade for the snail. I know some people disagree with this, but that's just how we roll. Alright, now we can level up him with some... How do I feed the pet? Ah, here it is. It's weird how you can't see them go up in level anymore, eh? Remember before? Oh, there you can. So that'll be good. I'll have to check who has the snail equipped, but whoever does, they definitely got a better pet now. Sure, he's not maxed out in stars, but he's getting there. 1 star away. I know some people said it was a waste to get a pet up to 4-star, but I like it 4-star. It's just how we roll. Alright, so there we go. We're done leveling up. It's going to continue to level up, so I'm going to continue to grab a beer. Alright, so this is the last beer for tonight. Don't want to get carried away because I got to work tomorrow. Beer an hour is okay. Ooh, too much foam again. If anyone's wondering, it's a no-name beer. Cheers. Alright. We got level 140 pet. Alright, that's good. Let's check who's got the pet. Who's got the snail? Does anyone even use the snail? Oh, it's him. So his pet is improved. So his hit accuracy will actually be better now. So Monk is happy. His snail has improved. Alright, if anyone's wondering, Hunger Games has begun. We placed a bet on Collator, and the bet has not pulled through yet. But Collator has 1 victory already. So we're already 1 victory into our next victory. And if we succeed, we'll have enough of these almighty tokens to buy the next chest, which is a pretty big if because we wasted too much. But if we do, that'll be sweet, and we could buy Son of the Black Hole, and when we buy him, we will be making the new hero. And who will it be? Let's check. was hoping it was Skatey, but no. No. Who was it? Genie? Yeah, Genie needs it. So as soon as we finish Son of the Black Hole, we make Genie. Boom. We'll have Genie on our team. Genie on our team might be one of those heroes that will actually help us beat the dungeon. I hope so. I want to make this guy. Captain Deckern. Someone was just talking about him in the chat. I really want to make him because we need him bad. Fuck, I just wasted this guy too. I think I wasted that guy also. We have him. So we could have him right now, but instead I fucking wasted it. Oh well. What's done is done. You can't really dwell in life about all the mistakes you fucked up, right? You gotta continue on, try to improve. Oh, the war hasn't broke out yet. Alright, so what do we got for battles? Is that everything? Oh no, the arena. That's what I almost forgot. One of the most crucial battles of all. Oh, and the game crashed. Oh, so we got another question from the viewers. They want to know, did I build my PC? Thankfully, I did not. I'll show everyone the PC I got. What I did is I saved the ad for my PC so I can show the exact PC that I got. No, thankfully I did not pay the full price for this, which is already lower than what it used to be. That's wild. Yeah, because at one point they actually had my PC at like $6,000. So it's like there's no way that I could afford a $6,000 computer. So what I did is I got a copy of this computer, except it was broken, and someone got it refurbished and returned it. And I got it from eBay, and when I got it from eBay, there were still problems with it, and it had to get shipped back and repaired again. But so far so good, it's still working. And they paid for all the repairs and the shipping. So I'm running a i9 NVIDIA GeForce whatever 3000 RAM. I was thinking about upgrading the RAM, but I noticed a buddy of mine pointed out that one of the problems with my computer when it got damaged and refurbished and I got it cheaper is the RAM is bent. So I don't know if I can actually put more RAM in it or the actual RAM thing is bent. So I might have to stick with the RAM it came with. 16 gigabytes, not upgrade it to 32. Right, so I did get a upgrade hard drive, so I got a solid state one. Everything else is pretty much the same. Now I've pretty much ran on ghetto computers my whole life, so this is definitely the biggest computer upgrade I ever went. And I figured because I'm a YouTuber that actually made it to 1,000 subs, I should go for it. I know I did get the computer a little prematurely, but we did make it to the 1,000. And it's mainly for the streaming, so I can stream better, so I can edit better. Now I can edit 5K video footage, no problem. I could do VR, but my PlayStation VR already got that, so I don't really bother with VR with this. DirectX 12, all that. Yeah, so that's the computer I got. I got a review coming out for my computer shortly, but I've been working on the review video for like a year. People are going to be like, man, your computer's so old now, we don't even want to watch the review video. So that was stupid. I should have got the review out faster, but I'll try to finish it. I really suck at editing, so when it comes to editing, like I wish I knew someone who's good at editing. I'd just be like, hey man, can you want to help me with editing and I'll throw you some money. I don't know, some like people have been asking that if I need help with videos. That's what I should do. I should ask them if they're good at editing. Because man, if they can help edit videos, I could get caught up with all the videos I filmed already. That'd be like hugely helpful. Instead of me trying to edit everything and falling way behind. Yes, I don't think I would buy the gold forks. Not to bash the game or anything, but I don't know, those gray forks. We had better luck with them, right? Like we got a pet house where those gold forks didn't give a shit. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. No, after running ghetto PCs my whole life, it seems weird to have a good computer. Well, it didn't come without a lot of hassles, man. Like, you talk about buying a computer for like a discount price on eBay, having it shipped to your house, and then finding out it's broken. Then, like, being in a panic mode to even think if it's covered under warranty. Thankfully, it was. Yeah, so it's definitely hasn't been like all peachy, but so far so good. I know I'll probably be coming out with a video when I fry the computer. It's only a matter of time, but hopefully I can stretch it out as long as I can. I kept my old computer anyways because I figured, man, as soon as I blow this computer, I should have a backup one ready. Because, man, it's only really a matter of time. I have bad luck with electronics. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but like electronics don't usually last as long as they used to. TVs break quicker, computers break quicker, everything. It's cheaper, but breaks quicker, right? Alright, where was it? Oh yeah, the arena battle. I was like, what the fuck battle were we working on again? No, I'm going to try to put my computer to good use. I got to start doing more video editing projects because I bought this computer, planned to use it for so many things, and I'm just slacking. It's when you get too involved with drinking and smoking weed all the time, it can kill your whole day and all your motivation. So hopefully Sober October will help me get caught up on a lot of shit. It's what I need. Good few weeks of getting back on track. I know, like, I shouldn't make fun of weed and booze because I do it all the time, but it is good for a vacation, but really can't be on vacation your whole life, right? You got to get your shit together. If you want any sort of measure of success or happiness. Yeah, man. Alright, speaking of vape. Yeah, I noticed Harold's very smart with that. When he does his travel vlogging, he doesn't get carried away drinking the booze while he's travel vlogging. A lot of times he'll be like, alright, I'll do the whole travel vlog and have the booze as a success after I'm done. Make it like a goal for something to work towards. Instead of just getting hammered the whole time and being an alcoholic. Although the booze does kind of make his videos interesting to some degree, because I remember the first time I ever watched his channel was a video of him trying to find where he could buy booze in one of the busiest parts of Mumbai. So it's pretty wild. I think it was in a district where alcohol is banned, so it made it extra harder to find who sold it. But they found some. Yeah, they were trying to find Desi Daru, but instead they went for Kingfisher. Kingfisher seems like a more common beer you find. I've never tried Kingfisher, but tempting. If I ever seen it, I might try it. No, I was lucky because I can't remember how much discount I got on the computer for buying it refurbished and like broken basically. I think it was around $1,000, and I was thinking, dear God, man, this $1,000 is like all my spending money for the whole year. But I was like, fuck it, man. If I'm under a lockdown, I can't really use spending money on much else. So it's like, fuck it, let's invest, and hopefully I can get this computer working. So far, so good. Like a lot of video editing software I tried on other computers. I tried on this new one, and it's definitely handling it better. Like I can edit like 4K video, and it doesn't stutter and shit. So it's like it's able to actually handle it, edit it. Probably can't make like an hour-long video in 4K, but who knows? I haven't tried that far yet. Really, it comes down to the rendering process too. If it'll finish rendering a huge video for you without crashing. Alright, victory. Yeah, so people criticize these Legend computers, like the one that I showed on that ad there, because the same thing usually happens. There's some problems and it breaks. But the problem that it's breaking is apparently, what do they call it? Thermal paste. So that's one of the problems that they fixed for me when they got it shipped back and forth. And that's, I think, what prevents it from breaking. So if you're good at fixing thermal paste, then you might not have any issues buying the computer, because you'll be like, hey, if it breaks, then I can just fix it myself. Or if it's under warranty. So it'd be one of those computers, like if they say, hey, do you want the extended warranty? It's probably worth it on this one, because there is definitely people that have that thermal paste issue. It almost reminds me of the Xbox 360 issue. I think that was something to do with thermal paste too, wasn't it? Yeah, I do love this game. It's going to be weird when I'm finished playing this game, because it's really been a big part of my life. Like, as soon as the lockdowns took my normal life away, I was like, hey, at least Clone Evolution was a little bit of a substitution. Could add something back in. Just wasn't everything leaving. No, I try to look at the lockdowns too, like the whole World War situation. Like, a lot of people don't realize is, like, back in the World Wars, like, was it World War I or II? A lot of people lost like an entire like decade of their lives, or basically. So it's like some people like wanted to go to school, they wanted to go to get a career, they wanted to start a family, but they couldn't because there was a war and it was fucking everything over. So it's like, as much as we're bitching about these lockdowns fucking everything over, it's like, it's not like we're really the only generation that's had to face that. There's been definitely other generations that got fucked over worse, so we shouldn't be bitching that much about the lockdowns, but they're definitely one of those situations where lockdowns could have been completely avoided. We never had to do them, so the idea that we did and we're still being tortured with them, it's pretty fucked. But who knows? Hopefully we'll put an end to them for good eventually. What I think what will happen is there'll be a whole new reimbursement of human rights laws. So people will be like, holy shit, these human rights laws, they were really important. We need to make sure that fucking tyrants don't get control of the government and then start trying to fuck over human rights again. It's weird how they use their own fear against us to try to take our human rights. Like, oh, you're fearful that you might get a pandemic. So if you get the pandemic, is there enough fear to take away all your human rights legally? And then they started to write that into the books. They're like, oh yeah, there's all this fear, definitely enough to take your human rights away. And then we were surprised when it got exploited later. We should have realized, like, as soon as we put that little exploit in there, that someone would just see the exploit and take it or use it. It's like an exploit in a video game. You can't really put it in there because eventually someone will find it and use it. You could tell people, oh, just don't use the exploit. And they'll be like, fuck that. Someone will just use it. Yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom. I'm sure whatever bad situations we're going through, there'll be something good that comes of it. It's just going to take a while, probably. Won't be a quick and easy process. You know what's one game? I don't know. Is Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5? Or is it like can you get it on PS4 Pro also? Because, man, I was watching the graphics on that game, and it's actually impressing me. I haven't seen any next-generation games that were like, oh, I should get it because it looks that much better. But, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's starting to look that good. Alright, there we go. We killed some people. I might do some streams for Grand Theft Auto, but I realize that with Grand Theft Auto, that's one of those games too. We got to be careful to stream it because a lot of the stuff gets flagged as adult content. Like they have strip clubs and stuff in it, so you definitely can't just do whatever you want in the game. You have to censor how you play it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the future. The way political stuff is kind of getting out of control, in a way, it's good too, because we're bound to make a new political system soon. Like we've had the same regular party system since like the 1800s or whatever. So we're definitely getting closer where everything's getting so fucked that we'll have no choice but to make something new. And hopefully that something new won't be worse, but we'll see. I was thinking UFC style fights for a leader would be cool. If we had like the Roman gladiator days, where if you wanted to lead the country, you actually had to win some sort of tournament. I would definitely be into politics then. I'd be watching it, betting it. It would make voting or the whole election process so much more entertaining. Be like some UFC tournament that determines who our leader is going to be. That'd be wild. Oh God, can you imagine how entertaining that would be? The leaders have to compete to lead. Do it like the Olympics too, where they have some like triathlon event where they have to like whoever can ski the best, whoever can row the fastest. It's like, all right, you can lead us. Can't really do any worse than the way we're electing leaders already, right? Now, that's what I wonder. Like something happened with our society when we changed how we're electing leaders. As much as it was good to get away from the whole monarchy system, there's definitely pros and cons to it. Not to say going back to the monarchy would be good, but maybe we can find some sort of hybrid method. I know in Canada it's really hard to get behind our election this time because we're really facing an election where every leader is the same. So it's like, what the fuck, man? It doesn't even make any sense to go and vote because each leader is the same. That's what I was thinking. It's going to be so funny when they do the debates. It's like they agree on everything. How could they debate something? They all want like increased taxes for the carbon tax. They all want more lockdowns. They all want more government control. So I'm like, dear God, right? There's no party that I'm like, oh yeah, let's vote for this party. It's like, fuck them all, man. They're horrible. Can't stand any of the parties we have to choose from this time. It's really quite sickening. It almost makes me want to hate the election because I'm like, God, it's like there's not a single person I have any interest in, not even remotely. Kind of sucks when you're having a vote and there's no way to win. It's like, well, what the hell? How do you call it a vote if there's still no way to win? It's like, oh, you can pick the worst leader or the even worse leader. I think we have only ourselves to blame. Because if we keep complaining, saying there's no good leaders, it's like, well, why not? Because no one's doing anything. We're just letting all these jackass leaders take control. Fuck, man. Even Kanye West tried, but his effort was quite futile. At least he tried, though. Gotta give him that. Tried a little bit too late, too weak, but who knows? Maybe he'll increase the platform for next time around. Man, this shark guy just ain't gonna fucking die, right? So that's one thing we gotta look at. If we can add this shark guy to our team, that's gonna be an improvement. He's a fucking bastard. He just never dies. So what's my favorite character in this game? I'd have to say right now, Suzo. Like, I can already tell that Suzo is one of those characters that's good right now, but eventually I'm going to outgrow him. But I'm just thinking, like, as I like it right now, Suzo is by far my best. Like, even double the next best. Like, Alice is good as a tank, and she can survive pretty good. But her attacks just suck so bad, and her special abilities aren't really anything to write home about. Tengu, he can survive pretty good. He can dodge pretty good, but his attacks also suck really bad. His special abilities suck really bad, too. Freya is pretty nice. I have to say, thought she was a really shitty healer at first, but since I upgraded her to Red Star, her healing abilities definitely increased. So she's worth having now. I was very skeptical of when I got her at first because she was so weak until you gave her the Red Star. I don't know, other than that, I really haven't seen any other people use heroes that I like better. Like, I'm trying to think who I guess Skady, but I haven't tried Skady enough. I haven't even tried her at all. I just played against her, so. Or maybe I tried her in that one event. I can't remember. They got that one event where you get to try heroes. Maybe I tried her then, but. Ah, fuck, man. One of our heroes died, but. At least we made it to just killing him. So let's swap in her. And that should be enough to do it. Especially if we put in someone else to weaken him. Like, yeah, let's put in him. He can usually pack a punch. Alright, let's try that. That's what I figure, right? Like, if you can weaken his healing, that should help. Oh yeah. Weakened his healing. Got his health down to half. Oh fuck, man. Now he's gone back to full. Is it just because he has 2 health bars? Let's hope. Here's the question. Is Sea King's ability really increasing each time? Now we can see because we're rifling through rounds quick. Is he actually hitting them stronger each time? Let's hope. Yeah, we're not even hitting him. For fuck's sakes. See, this is one of those situations where I probably shouldn't have brought Alice. Should have brought someone else who could attack better, because we need to do damage to this guy. We don't really need more tanks. Come on. Finish him off. No, people have been telling me to add this shark guy to the team. I'm tempted, but he's also part of Alice's DNA. So if I was going to add him, I would probably just link him to DNA right away. But unless I can make 2 copies of him, then I would keep one for DNA and one for actual battle. And he's not an easy hero to make. Yeah, see, this is where I think I need Captain Decker and Sekhmet. So it's like we can really cut their healing and magic abilities down. Because if we could stop him from healing, we would finish him off in no time. It's just because his fucking healing is outpacing how fast we can hit him. I have to say, I think Sea King is hitting him harder. Yeah, we beat him. I think it was Sea King's attack there. I'm pretty sure he got stronger. So whoever said that was true, I think it is. Finally, we beat it. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the sobriety binge. That's the one thing, when you drink and you smoke and you vaporize so much, you start to become the state of just always being drinking and smoking. So as soon as you switch to something else, it's like an altered new state. It actually has quite a bit of excitement to it. The whole rush of something new. Ah, fuck, we're dying. That's what I think people get carried away drinking and smoking, because they're like, oh, this is new. I never used to drink and smoke. But once you drink and smoke so much, then you're like, oh, God, I need something new. So that's when it's like stopping drinking and smoking is that new thing that's exciting. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, don't reach that point. It's pretty horrible. Well, yeah, I was looking at some footage of Canada's Wonderland. That's like Canada's big theme park near Toronto. Fuck, man, it looks so wild. People enjoying theme parks again. It's like I haven't been to a theme park since, I don't know, I think around 17-ish. It's because that's when I had my big injury where I had the severe concussion. Couldn't ride any rides for a long time because my neck was fucked and was definitely having some post-concussion symptoms. Lasted for like years. No, but then right after that, then the pandemic began. So yeah, when I go to a theme park again, it's kind of one of those situations where same thing. I kept going to the Canada's Wonderland theme park over and over again so much that I kind of like got used to it, and I was like sick of it because I've been going so much. It was like I was even looking forward to the food there more than the rides because I was like, man, I've been on these rides so many times. But now I was thinking, dear God, it's been so many years since I've been back. It's like, man, I'll be looking forward to those rides like it'd be the first time I rode them in a lifetime. So I shouldn't look at the whole lockdown situation as being shit, because at least there'll be that rush of new excitement again when I get normal life back. Alright, exit. Yeah, we're fucking dying hardcore here. How can we finish them off? What the fuck? They're such a weak team. The hell's going on? Alright, let's put it on attack. And there's no real healers in here, so we don't need her. And maybe extra defense from him. Let's try that. I think we might have to switch this up and bring a Budokai in. Just give him a real rockin' attack. Yeah, so what's everyone else's favorite character in the game so far? I think I hear Genie. People say they like Genie a lot, but I haven't had Genie yet on my team, so it's hard to like him. I did try him in that one event, and he was pretty good, but I think it's the same thing. Once you level him up to a whole bunch of stars, then he'll be better. So when I tried him before, it was just in that one tournament or event, and it wasn't the greatest. Although I shouldn't say that. His little shield thing he does, that thing was impressive. I like the shield by Genie. Alright, so we got our asses whooped there. He did not help. Let's try that, and let's try him with that. This is like a full-blown attack team. If this team can attack, no one can. What's going on, man? Why can't my team attack? Fuck. Whole team's dead before they even attacked. Alright, well, swap him out, put in extra speed. Try that. Now this should be an attack team with speed. I know everyone said to drop Hermes, but his special abilities are pretty good, so just that ability to have special abilities. Holy fuck, our whole team is dizzy. The fuck is with this shit? It's like, I don't know, could you like fuck off? It's God. The hell? Whole team dizzy. Now, if anyone's wondering what console I want to stream the most, if I'm thinking about getting the PS5 or the new Xbox or the new Intellivision Amico, the Nvidia Shield is one of the consoles that I'm currently playing. I don't play it very often anymore because I got a small TV. Might switch back to playing it again once I get my big TV fixed, if I get it fixed. But the one I want to play is there's a couple new consoles coming out. There's a new one coming out from Sega, and there's a new one coming out from Neo Geo. So I'm not sure which of the consoles I'll get. I might get both, actually, because I really love both of those companies. So really, if either or of them came out with one today, I would probably buy both. If I could afford it, obviously, but... So we'll see what happens with Neo Geo and Sega. If I'll be able to buy those consoles and start streaming games for them soon. That'd be pretty fun. No, Neo Geo, if it came out, I'm not sure what the games are going to be like for it. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical. We'll see what that Prince came out with. If anyone didn't hear, the Saudi Arabian prince is in control of Neo Geo now. So we'll see what the Saudis do when they own a video game console. How much money they'll really be able to pump into game development. I'm kind of wondering that because, like, man, that's one thing that it's hindered game development the past few years is the studios just don't have the money to risk. So I was thinking if anyone has the money to risk, it's kind of good that the Saudis bought it. Because I'm pretty sure if anyone has the money to risk, it's them, right? Not to say it's like a stereotype that the Saudis have lots of money, but let's face it, the Saudi royal family, they got a lot of cash. So who knows? Maybe they'll be able to fund the best games we've ever seen made in decades. Because that's the one thing that fucked gaming over. I was even talking to different game developers. No, as one of the things is they can't take risks anymore. If they want to come out with a new game that no one's tried before, it's very hard to get it launched on like a big platform. That's what I was thinking though. Like, God, with how cheap it is to get mobile games on the market. Really, if the game is good, you could just launch it for mobile and eventually consoles would just adapt it if enough people are playing it and liked it. Alright, I can pretty much see what's going on here is we're just dying really quick. So let's try swapping in someone to keep us alive. Or at least Tombstone. Ah, she already dead. I don't think we have her on our team anymore. Ah, fuck, we don't. So that's why we weren't using her. Excuse me. It's hard to believe unless she's there and I don't see her. No, it looks like she's gone. Alright, well, to be honest, I'm pretty sick of that battle. I've had enough. We're not getting our hands on the golden chest today, that's for sure. This fucking battle looks like we should be able to beat it, but I think what's getting us is these people have 2 stars. So we're fucked because they have 2 stars. If it wasn't for the 2 stars, we would definitely beat them. But we can't overcome that many stars. That's a lot to beat. Alright, so I think for tomorrow's event, we'll try to... Well, we finished the barbecue. We finished Bounty Hunter. So yeah, I might take tomorrow off for streaming. Unless there's something big that comes up in the game, but I don't think it will. But we'll see. If tomorrow's a short day at work and I get lots of extra time, then yeah, we'll still do an episode tomorrow. But if not, I think I work Tuesday and Thursday this week. So that means I should still be able to do a Wednesday episode. Unless I'm really drained, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. No, and wish me luck if we're in a brutal heat wave. I'm in good shape right now, but definitely got about 20 to 30 pounds of weight I need to lose. It's quite a bit, so we'll see. Hopefully with the work this week, it'll be one step in the right direction. I won't be at home eating the whole day. I'll be outside burning calories the whole day, so that'll be a big change. That'll be sweet. And hopefully my uncle's bed sores won't come back again if I'm working too much. That's the one shitty thing I face right now. If I get too many shifts at work, sure, it's great for hours and I can start banking money again, but then my uncle's bed sores get bad because no one's here to lift him all the time. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll only have to do a few weeks worth of shifts and I'll be able to switch over to a shift load that my uncle's bed sores will still be okay. No, the government does send people over to help, but they can't lift them. So if you can't lift someone, it's not going to be very good for their bed sores. Yeah, it's perfect timing. I'm just starting to get tired too. So at least I won't have to lay in bed tired or rolling around with not being able to fall asleep for work. Alright, so yeah, thanks everyone for asking the great questions today. Let's go do one more dungeon battle, see if we can get lucky and make some progress. You never know. Every once in a while, I do actually get this guy's health down to like 1 or 2 hits, and then all of a sudden we die. So if somehow we got lucky, let's try. Let's try extra shielding from this guy and extra freeze from this. Or let's try something really wild. See if this does it. Let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat. We got Augusco today and Remio Fox. Remio. So thanks a lot everyone for joining the chat. Now if anyone's wondering where everyone went from the regular chat, a lot of people quit the game recently. Or not recently, off and on. A lot of people cut back the game and they're not playing it every day. Which I don't blame them. I'm trying to cut back from streaming every day as well. As bad it is for my YouTube channel, I do got to try to invest more time into real life now that we got some measure of no lockdowns going. It's only a matter of time before the lockdowns are back, so I got to try to milk the time that we're not under lockdowns as much as I can. Then bam, once we're back into lockdowns, I'll be able to say at least I used a lot of the time when I could. Alright, so let's go to the fire screen. If you happen to get any purple heart fragments in your vaporizer, tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. The chip ones. But if that doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it. Just make sure never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. See you later. Take care.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good week and wish me luck at work because I'll need it. The heat right now in Canada is brutal. So I'll be literally like just sweating pounds off each day. Alright, hopefully that'll be good for me. Alright, take care everyone. Bye for now. And good luck in the game. Hopefully everyone gets the missions they need to complete. Gets all the barbecue forks. And hopefully you can win a pet house too. The pet house was pretty epic. So I appreciate the game for giving us that today. Thanks again, Clone Evolution. Bye for now, everyone. See you later. Yep, good luck in the events.